So for those of you who like sounding politically correct when it comes to Nigeria's political play, I would like to address you, all right? And not necessarily me anyway. Somebody is going to address you today, and this is somebody you cannot, throw away with a wave of the hand. But before we do that, I would like to welcome you to our channel. This is Nelly's TV, where we give you news and history analysis the way they are with facts. And if what you see here is one of the things you like, please consider subscribing to our channel, like the video, and share it with your loved ones. Okay, so let's go. Look at this man. Look at this man. We know him very well, right? Good. His name is Chibike Rotimi Amechi. Chibike Amechi was once the governor of Rivers State, and thereafter he served as a minister under Buhari, and now he's just an ordinary person. But Chibike Amechi has on many occasions, insulted ordinary Nigerians. And that insult was very, very worthwhile. Very worthwhile. He needed to do that because, like I just said at my opening speech, many people, intellectuals, like sounding politically correct all the time concerning the political system of Nigeria. And he's here to educate you by insulting you. All right. There are some insults that are very, very nice, very, very acceptable. That's what he's going to do in this video. So that those of you who like sounding politically correct will learn from him. So let's listen.
The elites of Nigeria are not a problem of Nigeria. We are not up to 20,000 elites that are stealing Nigerian money. Okay, no problem. 100,000 elites. But you have 200 million Nigerians that can fight 100,000 men. And then you sit down in your house and you're complaining and grumbling. What makes you think that the elites will remove their hands from stealing?
Okay, now this is the second. I mean, okay, from me, this is the second time I hear Chibike Amechi say this. What makes you think that the elites will leave government, will remove their hand from power, will leave the treasury, will stop looting what they are looting from the treasury of the country? When you just sit down in your house and complain, he is saying it again. There are just not more than 20,000 of them holding that contraption called Nigeria at ransom, and everybody is sitting in his house speaking grammar. So we come to social media and speak grammar, how one political calculation is going to solve the problem next 4 years or the other. And he's here to tell you, why do you think that thing will solve the problem? Continue listening.
If all you do is sit down in your house and grumble and organize one small lecture on how you're feeling. Who told you the elites don't know how you're feeling?
Good. Did you hear him? Because there are some people whose business is organizing lectures, seminars, symposium, workshop. They tell you they raise some kind of nonsensically intellectual topic, reshaping the political landscape of Nigeria for the betterment of the future of our unborn generations. They speak a very long grammar. I mean, sometimes I sit down and I begin to ask myself, somebody like Professor Patu Tommy, he likes that kind of gathering. There are some of them, a lot of them, Njenje Media from Anambra. He likes a gathering. In fact, as I speak to you, they are online now talking about coalition. Njenje Media is there. What do you call him? Dr. Damages, he's there. What do you call him again? The other one that calls himself Reverend and Doctor, Chidi Wanyanwu in Canada. All of them, that's the kind of meeting they like organizing. They will go and speak grammar. Some time ago, it was this guy, what's his name again? Who was organizing Ninas. They came up with these Ninas and went and coalesced with Yoruba Nation now, and in JJ Media and the rest of his likes, all of them, all those obidiots, because these are the obidiots. They quickly rush there, entered Ninas, where they speak a lot of grammar. Today, where is Ninas? That is what Amechi is telling you here. You sit down, organize this kind, because here, this is a program. It is that kind of, what do you call it, lecture that they organized and invited him to come and speak to them on political landscape of Nigeria. And listen to his address. He was very frank here. Don't forget that this man is also a criminal. Oh. He's one of those criminal politicians in Nigeria. But he is telling you people the real truth. For those of you who are still dreaming like malaria patients, thinking that somehow by some kind of political manipulation or calculation or permutation, the next election you will put somebody there and that will change the whole thing and everything will become like heaven. He's telling you, look, how do you think that when you just sit down and grumble, things will change? Listen, he will give you an option.
They know how you're feeling. They know you're not happy.
Yeah, the elites, they know how you are feeling. They know you are not happy. They know how you feel, of course. They know. So when you organize a lecture and say you want to tell government how you feel, you are just wasting your time, energy, and resources.
If they don't know, if they don't know, you will not see them in their girlfriend's house after 6 p.m. You know
Okay,
why? Because they are running away from you.
good. You see, they know that people are really very, very angry at the evil they are doing. So when they go out, they go to their girlfriend's house before 6 p.m., they are running away because they are afraid that people may attack them. They know you are not happy, that you are hungry, that things are hard, but you are here organizing lecture to speak grammar.
They are scared. But you are helpless, not because the elites want you to be helpless. You are helpless because you make yourself what? Helpless. So why are we gathering here? What survey? No matter the survey you bring out today, the elites already know that I was once a governor.
So he's asking them, why are you organizing this gathering? No matter the topic you give this gathering, you're just wasting your time. Because they know what you are coming here to talk about. It's not new to them. They caused it, and they are the ones manipulating it and continuously making it to make you hungry and poor, so that when they give you one cup of rice, they tell you to go and risk your life and rig election for them. You do it.
The moment I see robbery, kidnapping, I know that there is no money in the society. So Commission for Finance pay contractors, pay those who are owing. When you pay, what happens? He pays his workers, he pays these people who are suppliers who have supplied him goods. They in turn go to the market, they buy goods, they pay the tailor, they pay the doctor, the money goes around, and then the crime wave will reduce. I had that.
Did you hear that? They know what to do, but the evil ones, those very, very criminal ones, will not do anything at all. Some will try to do a little to pacify the people, like he explained here. But those very dangerous ones will not even do anything. They call it a bluff. If you talk, they send their boys to come and eliminate you. That's what they are doing, and it's not new.
Board in my office, I checked it regularly. Do you know how I check it too? By making sure I go to night parties. I'm not a night party person, but I go to clubs with minimal or no security. So I test if my life is under threat, then there is danger, there is problem. What's the problem? Economy. Okay, when you tell people, Tinubu, you say Tinubu was not elected by them. So what did you do?
Did you hear the question? For those of you obedience who are always running up and down, writing junks on social media, "Hey, Tinubu didn't win, Tinubu did not win, Obi won him." What did you do when you discovered that? You just went into your house and started typing on X, and think that by typing anything can change. Listen up.
What did you do? The same elites who rigged the election are on the street. What have you done?
Mhm.
No. For Christ's sake, until Nigerian citizens stop blaming the elites, nothing will change in Nigeria. Absolutely nothing. The next election may come and go, and somebody puts himself in power. You say, no worry, now it'll be only 4 years.
Good. You see, that's the obedience for you. This is a very clear picture of obedience. You know, 4 years after 4 years, we will chase them out of office. Now they are already ganging up, following the nonsensical so-called coalition they have brought as a bait. They are ganging behind them because Obi was there at the coalition. So they think that by going through the coalition, they will unseat they will unseat Tinubu. Now, they have not sat down to ask themselves a very critical question, because this critical reasoning is very important, and that's what many people in Nigeria are lacking, more especially the current Nigerian youths. Ask yourself, Tinubu was not in power, but he rigged the election barefacedly in broad daylight and put himself there. Now that he's in power, what do you think? What do you think will stop him from rigging it even worse than what happened? And nothing will happen. Nothing. Because what do you think will happen? What do you think will happen? The worst you can do is to shout, and when you shout, they send police and all the rest of them to come and eliminate 2 or 3 persons, and the rest of you will cowardly go back to your house and continue typing on Twitter as usual. Listen, don't worry. You
Back
will
for
hear
years,
more.
he will come and say 8 years. Nothing will happen. In fact, if one madman comes and say, I want to do life presidency, you will do nothing.
Of course, if somebody comes up Nigeria now and decides to change the constitution and keep himself perpetually in power, nothing will happen. You will see people that will support him, and you will see people that will tell you, we will reform the electoral process. I saw there is one of them. I don't know if I will have the time to play that video. He's always ranting on social media. Hey, we want electoral reform. Electoral law must be reformed. Now you are here ranting that electoral law must be reformed. Who is going to reform it for you? Is it not the same criminal who are benefiting from the fraudulent electoral law? You are asking a criminal to change a law that is favoring him, so that tomorrow the law will catch up with him, and you think he will do it. I mean, I don't know how people reason. And they are just very, very serious that they will want to change the law. We want to God, listen.
Absolutely nothing. Just pray that there's no madman that will come and say, I want to do life presidency. Because all he will do is change chief of army staff, IG of police, custom, everybody, and put his own men, carry gun, and you run away.
Of
Go
course.
to Bangladesh, right?
Now, listen to the story of Bangladesh. People, serious people, where ordinary people are really very serious to change their future. Listen to what they did.
They got tired of that woman. What did they do? They chased her out. Go to, is it Peru or Chile? Nigeria is the most docile society I have seen in my life.
The most docile society I have seen in my life. I agree with him. Nigeria is the most docile society, and Nigerian youths are the most docile youths, and the obedience are the most docile individuals I have seen.
You're clapping for this. If we line up the tips here now, you clap for them.
If I line up thieves here, you will clap for them. Of course, that is sycophancy. It pays in Nigeria. It pays so much. If you're a sycophant, they pay you monthly. Okay, like what Reno Mokri is doing for Tinubu, playing sycophancy against Tubi and against Igbos. And at the end of the month, they pay him hugely. He recruits other boys, because there is no job. So he recruits them and pays them monthly, and they keep typing rubbish against Igbo, against Obi, and the rest of them. That is how Nigeria functions, a very useless, failed state. When we say, let us split this thing and let everybody go their separate ways and develop genuinely, some Igbos will tell you, hey, you want to cause crisis. I saw one, commenting here that, hey, if you want to change the narrative, you join the mainstream of politics. Who told you that Nigerian politics will favor you as an Igbo person? Who told you that? They keep dreaming like a malaria patient. Listen.
I told my wife, I want to Japa. If I want to japa, I won't japa like you people. Oh. They will give me official visa to come and stay in their country, any country.
Do you know why? Because he has the money. All these European and American countries, what they do is if you have millions or billions, you know, they quickly take you into their country, give you visa, and ask you to remain here. Please stay here. Bring all the money you have looted and put in our bank. Let it be circulating in our economy. That's why he tells you here that he will not jump like you ordinary person. He knows. These people, they know what they are doing. It is you people who follow them and clap for them that don't know what you are doing.
She says, no, I can't leave Nigeria. Because Nigeria is lovable. It's lovely, lovely. I mean, if you go back to when we were students. And the last time this country saw something that looks like revolution was when we were students. 19
Now, he's going to explain to you the way out. All right? Open your ears and listen very carefully. But I know that many will just say, hey, yeah, it was a very nice thing. But when it comes to doing it, you see them condemning those who want to take up the bull, to take the bull by the horn. They will start condemning them. Hey, you want to cause crisis. You want to cause trouble. Hey, I love my life. I love my family. But listen to what they did.
83 to 87. Who were the people that fought the military government? Not you. It's not you. Nance.
Good. So he is clearly insulting them, telling you, you didn't fight it. You did not fight against the government. Okay? Listen to the people who fought them. He said, Nance. Listen again.
Association of Nigerian Students.
Mm-hmm.
ASU.
Asu,
NLC. They are
NLC.
dead.
Today they are dead.
Imagine them arresting somebody who says he was Nance's president. In our time, he arrests our president. All the universities in the country will be on strike.
Of course.
If we say tomorrow there is protest and you are coming from town in a taxi, a girl or a boy, they will first and foremost beat you up before we talk about the government.
Okay, so now you see, like those of you who, more especially Igbos, and sometimes non-Igbos, who will always come up to rant, why are you doing a sit at home and forcing people to sit? At some point, people have to be forced to do something that will benefit them. Because if you don't join the struggle, you are undermining it and people's lives are at risk. Look at how they are now, okay, look at how Fulani is invading Igbo land today. If everybody had joined hands together, sit at home, send a strong message to government, and then support the liberation of Igbos from Nigeria into Biafra, I tell you, we would have had our own security officially recognized that we fight these Fulani herdsmen out of our land. Now you tell them, sit at home, so that those who have volunteered themselves to fight these Fulani can go and fight them without having problem of crossfire. People coming into crossfire when they are challenging these criminals, and you say they are forcing you. They have to force you. Listen to Amechi here. He said, when they are on strike, and as a fellow student, you want to go to class, you want to go to school, they will bring you down, beat you blue black, first of all. They will force you, they have to force you to learn. They have to force your head to start thinking critically. All right? It is normal, it is allowed. It is called picketing. It is called picketing in unionism.
So everybody must participate.
Everybody must participate.
Okay, so we pushed away the military. Clap for ourselves. Not you, don't clap yourself. I say clap
Yeah.
for myself because I was part of it.
Yeah. So he's insulting them again. Don't clap for yourself. Okay. When they say we pushed out the military, you are not part of them. You are docile. I beg, listen.
And we brought in the politicians. The politicians have shown that they are worse than the military. The military stole money, but they were mindful of how much they were stealing. And they were not showing the public who were stealing. They were denying, were they not?
Mm-hmm.
They were not
You are
driving
denying.
Jaguar. They were not driving Rolls Royce. Now they don't use 504. They don't even use ordinary Toyota cars that are official cars that we use.
Mm-hmm.
If you see their convoys now, brand new Mercedes Benz, bulletproof because they know you are angry.
Yeah.
Jaguar, Rolls Royce, nobody stops them for Christ's sake.
Nobody stops them, for Christ's sake. What is Amechi telling you? Instead, when you people see them, you go and line up beside the road and begin to wave flags at them. Okay, that's your job. At the end of the day, they give you one cup of rice because you are a hungry person.
So what did you call us to come and do?
Good. He asked them, what did you call us to come and do in this lecture? What? Just to come and speak grammar. You have not done what you're supposed to do. You are docile.
The difference with what you're calling us and this is that why the politicians know that people are not happy, they don't know the number of persons. I think 92% or 98%. So all you can do here now that will be different for what the politicians know is that you put a figure to it. If you say
So, in other words, they are just doing the same thing the politicians are doing, and there is no difference. So, why are you organizing this lecture? It's useless.
like tell a politician to go to Kaduna by night alone. If he goes alone, he will go with a military-sized bulletproof car,
Okay.
bought again with your money.
With your money. But with your money.
No. Can we please go home and think?
Good. Critical thinking, critical reasoning. That's what Amechi is telling you. Listen further.
Oh, we don't want to die. You mothers. Oh, my child. That is Professor Sam Amadi taught me in university when I read law. Please tell me, has there been any revolution without blood?
Did you hear that? I will not emphasize on that. I'm sure you heard him.
Any revolution without blood is rebellion.
Did you hear him again? Okay, let's continue. Let's continue.
Please check Bangladesh. Hundreds died. Dying. You kill
Did you hear that? Let's continue.
50 today, they carry the body, go and bury. The next day, early morning, all of them come out. When the woman saw that more persons wanted to die, what happened? She ran away.
Did you hear that? Let's continue. So, this is to tell you that you have to be determined to solve your problem. If you are still dilly-dallying over your problem, it will remain there. And this is the situation, the state of mind of the average Nigerian youth.
The same with Peru. Kenya. People stop inviting me to this kind of thing. Thank you very much.
Did you see that? At some point, Amechi got angry with the people who invited him. See his reaction again. See his reaction again.
People stop inviting me to this kind of thing. Thank you very much.
He left the people who invited him to come and speak in such an occasion and told side, you people should stop inviting me to this kind of program. And he left them. He left. That is to tell you that you guys are just wasting your time organizing this kind of lecture. But this is what they keep doing. They keep doing it. They have not changed. So now, people, I ask you, I mean, how in short, Amechi just said it all. His last reaction said it all. Now look at this idiot. Listen to him.
All right, my country people, I greet you now. You see this issue of coalition, where would they talk so for 2027? I just want to talk my own and make them very clear because not be say no good to do coalition. But my own be say, as we they talk about coalition for one hand, as when they talk of coalition.
Look at look at the dress he's wearing. He's wearing electoral reform, fix INEC now. That is his own headache.
We must remember the root cause of our problem and we must fix them. The center, the person who push us come this level, the only reason why everybody in Nigeria believes that there must be coalition to take out the sitting government now because of the Oriburuku way INEC they do. Now, INEC now be done turn itself to the criminal agency. If not for INEC, if INEC had done the right thing, 2023 there was a winner of that election. 4 people contest, but there was a winner. INEC know the winner. The person in Aso Rock know the winner. Judiciary know the winner. But we decided to keep quiet and allow INEC to continue. So they want to consolidate on the criminality that took place in 2023. We must resist it.
Okay, so this is the guy that is talking about electoral reform. That is what he has been chatting about. And he's just thinking right here in the widest of his imagination that the criminals in National Assembly are going to change that law to unfavor them. Okay, He thinks that they are going to change it to keep them at a disadvantage. Who thinks like this, for goodness sake? What? That is why what Amechi said, you people should go back home and think. Think. Stop fooling yourself thinking that anything can just change like that. What makes you think that these people are going to listen to you just overnight? They will go and change the law to disfavor them and favor you, an ordinary person, when they are stealing money and nothing is happening to them. They are making themselves rich, their generations yet unborn rich, and you want them to change the law that is making them richer and richer. I mean, sometimes I sit down and I begin to wonder what actually happened to the brains of average Nigerians. There is something wrong. There is just something very, very, very fundamentally wrong with the brain of an average Nigerian youth. Look at their thinking, that they want to fix INEC law. Like Amechi, I am really, really fed up the way people reason. Thank God for Amechi. I like people like Amechi. Even though he's a criminal, he's saying the truth. He's telling you the truth, that look, we are criminals, and if except you use force to force us out of position, we will not leave that position. We will continue to stay there and milk you people and make ourselves richer. So the so-called Nigerian youth, and more especially Igbos, and more especially Biafrans, who know their problem and the way they are being, treated in that contraption called Nigeria, and yet they continue to protect it. I pity you. I don't know I don't know the adjective I should use to qualify you. I cannot imagine a normal human being reasoning the way you reason. You reason very low. You reason lower than animals. Okay? So you have to go back and think. Do what Amechi said. Go back and think. Docile people, very useless people who cannot think properly and articulately. In fact, I'm ending the video here. So if you like, just continue dreaming that somehow by 2027, this coalition, you people will enter it, and through coalition, you vote, and then you vote Tinubu out. Imagine Tinubu, who was not the president of Nigeria, yet he rigged election in broad daylight and nothing happened till today. Today, he's the president of Nigeria, a corrupt, wicked man like him. You think that by just somehow, you will just go and vote, and by voting, you vote him out, and he will just accept and pack his loads and leave Aso Rock for you? Really? Really? Oh God. Look, Tinubu is going to brazenly, if he has not committed any electoral fraud this time around in 2027, he will commit the worst electoral fraud, rig everybody out, and rig himself back in again, and nothing, absolutely nothing will happen. You cannot do anything because you've not done it before, and you don't even show the character that you have the capacity to do anything. So keep talking, keep dreaming like a malaria patient, and keep wishing that somehow electoral reform will be done, and somehow you will vote, and through your vote, you change things. Even if you vote in another person, Amechi has told you they are in a ring. Vote out one person, bring in another person, that person will continue the process. Okay? Who are in the coalition today? Atiku is there, David Mark is there, and many others. These are the same criminals. They move from PDP, move to APC, and now they are going to ADC, which is the new coalition. ADC is the new one. ADC is going to compete with APC in 2027. Criminals versus criminals. And you think that by voting, you will vote out one criminal and vote in somebody else. That person that is coming in is also a criminal. He's a member of the gang. You people should think of your freedom. Break out of Nigeria. That is the only way out. Okay? If you have not started thinking Biafra, start thinking it today. If you are a Biafran, if you are an Igbo person, support the fight. Support Biafra Republic government in exile to free us from this shenanigan called Nigeria. Thank you very much, and bye for now.